Hi all you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Elaine, and today I'm going to be sharing my latest and greatest Big Bad Toy Store haul. This came in a few different shipments, so you can already see some of the things up on the table, and I've pre-opened the box so you don't have to watch me struggle in real time. Since this is already out on the table, I'm just going to share what I bought. This is Good Smile Company's Pop-Up Parade Frieren Blow Kiss version. It is a little different than I am used to seeing from Pop-Up Parade. Usually it is a box kind of just like this with the big open window where you could really see the figure, and it just has like Pop-Up Parade and then the name of the figure on the bottom. This one changed it up. It has a little bit of a scene in the back and also a scene from Frieren on the front, or I think it might actually not be a scene from Frieren. To me, it looks like Himmel is suffering a nosebleed and the other members of his party are looking upon in shame and trying to tend to him in good cleric fashion. And we can see Frieren here striking a pose. There is a spare hand, which I don't often see with pop-up parade figures. And also it looks like a little sticker you might see in like a kindergarten classroom, like on Valentine's Day, just kind of sitting on the box. And then it has pop-up parade on the side, Startled, Fern, and Stark on the back, and then just another window into the side here. So I'm really excited to add this to my collection. I think the scene is a nice touch. It's a great change of pace for Pop-Up Parade because usually their boxes are very simple, but I kind of like them because it really lets you see what you're buying before you buy it. Now that I've gone through the first figure, I'm going to start going through all this stuff in this box, and I'm going to stick it on the floor for now just because it's a little crowded on this table. So the first thing I got was this Funko Pop. It came in its own little protective case, which I thought was pretty cool because it keeps everything safe and the box in shape. It's from the art series. It's Sorcerer Mickey from Fantasia, number 14. There's only one other one in this particular grouping, and it's just Sorcerer Mickey with, you know, a night sky, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm actually going to give this one away to someone that I think will really, really appreciate it. Maintaining the Disney Mickey theme is this Funko Pop, which is the Mickey Mouse Gingerbread, which I thought was really cute. I really like gingerbread cookies. Not so much the men because I can do without the icing, but I think aesthetically they're really cute and they make me think of Christmas, and I think this one is going to come out at Christmas time and hang out on my shelf. The next Funko Pop is from Attack on Titan. It is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, and it's of Mikasa Ackerman. I said that really weird. I don't know why I said it like that, but it's our girl in her gear, and you can see very pointy on the side. This is all the other figures in that particular series, and she looks pretty good. And of course, there's the scary Titan looming in the background, which I'm afraid of because they eat people, and that's bad. Now, let's see what else we have in this box. From Tokyo Ghoul, we have a specialty series, Jinchi Shirazu. I don't know much about this series. It's actually going to be a little surprise for Lakota, who did very good this semester in school, and we're very proud of him, and hopefully he likes this. I know I've heard him speak of Kaneki a lot, but not heard this character's name. So yeah, I hope he likes it. I like his coat. It reminds me of Dazai, which is, you know, a very different but very fun anime, Bungo Stray Dogs would suggest. Back in the Frieren universe, we have a figure of young Fern here. This is Sega's Yumemirize. I think it's Yumemirize. In those days, Fern figure. So it's little Fern just kind of hanging out with a very cute little hairpin, which is really what drew me to this figure, and just her original outfit. So you kind of get to revisit the beginning of the anime and get an idea of where these characters came from and where they are now, which I really liked. And I think it'll go nicely with my other Frieren figures. This next one is actually a figure I've been eyeing for quite some time, but never really sprung on. It's, you know, the best girl from ReZero, Rem. It's Banpresto's Point Fairy figure, I think is the name. Doesn't really say it very clearly on the box. It says Espresto, but not Banpresto really, except up here. And then it's, you know, from Bandai. Oh, excuse me. It's the Espresto Fairy Elements. It's like really small print on the bottom of the box. And I just thought it was really cute. I've always really liked fairies and kind of like cottagecore aesthetics. So I thought this would be a nice addition, which included, you know, my best girl in fairy gear. So very excited to get that open, especially with the season not too far off coming back, which kind of dates this video, but you know, that's besides the point. I decided to show these next two Funkos together because I think they're more or less related, although they're not technically from the same line. So the first one is we have Captain Hook for the 50th anniversary of Disney at the Peter Pan's Flight attraction, which I've never actually been on. I went to Disney once as a kid, got stuck on a ride, got a little nervous as a small child on the ride in the dark and have not made it back there since then. But this is that. And then this one is Peter Pan at the Peter Pan's Flight attraction. So same basic idea, but for Peter Pan this time as opposed to Hook. We're gonna swap these out so they're not precariously perched. I really like the little flight things they're on. I really like the blue with the deeper blue purplish color. I think it looks really pretty. Excited to let these hang out on the shelf. The final Funko we are adding to our collection is this one from Naruto Next Generations. It is Boruto AAA anime exclusive. Not sure what that means, but it's Boruto with this chakra blade. So looking like little mini clone of his father holding his chakra blade. And you can see there's several more in this particular series, but this is the only one I have. Maybe at some point I will add them to the collection and maybe open them up to show you everybody at home what they look like close up. My second to last figure is one of my favorite characters. She is always everybody's best girl. She's really cute. She's really fun. Everybody loves her. It is Anya Forger from Spy Family. This is the Luminasta figure, which says TV Spy Family 1. I think it's one of those ones with like different variants where they get like numbers and or letters and you can kind of pick one and have to be careful, or you might not get the one you want. But she just looks so happy getting ready for an Ooting, and you know, I like her little winter outfit. I think she looks really cute, although it kind of looks, actually, I thought it was a foot at first, but on her bag, there's this little peanut detail, which I thought was really cute. And in general, she just looks really happy, and I think it's always nice to have something cheerful on the shelf. So I had to add this to my collection because it's best girl along with, you know, cute outfit and happiness, which I feel like we just don't have enough of in the world, and this kind of helps. So the last figure that I bought is this one right here. It is my Sakurajima from the Rascal Does Not Dream series. It is the Coreful figure. It's a renewal. It's not the original, but it's basically just her in a winter outfit. I don't know how well this would work in the winter because it is, you know, tights with little booties, which do not look like they have any lining. There is technically a sweater on her, yes, but they're missing part of the sleeves. Just, you know, a little bit of sleeve missing there. It looks like it has a bow on the back, which I feel like we'll be able to see more clearly once we take the figure out. And she has a hat on her head, but it's kind of just resting on her head, so I don't know how much of her it's actually keeping warm, which more or less defeats the purpose of a hat. But that's okay. I thought she looked really cute. I think this is going to be a great addition. I like the little sweater kind of pattern they have in the background here, and I think it will be really nice on the shelf with everybody else we got. So there you have it. This is my Big Bad Toy Store haul. What did you think of my haul? Did you like what I picked out? Are there some things you wouldn't have picked out? Are there some things you want to try for yourself? Let me know down below in the comments. I always like to know what you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens think. And if you like what you saw here today, please smash that like button until it's blue. Subscribe, ring that bell so you always know what's up, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.